Portland was blessed with the presence of Swami Yogananda on several occasions during the years of his spiritual campaigns across America. His first visit was in October 1924 while traveling from New York to Los Angeles in the Maxwell car purchased for the trip. He gave classes and lectures for 9 days while staying at the beautiful Multnomah Hotel located on Southwest 4th and Pine downtown. Yogananda's book, Scientific Healing Affirmations, was also published in October 1924. And it was during this Portland tour that he first began using affirmations in his scientific spiritual healing presentations. He engaged the audience by reciting the powerful affirmations and having everyone repeat them phrase by phrase. All over the world, devotees now use the techniques explained by Yogananda to channel the power of God for healing in body, mind, and soul. Yogananda encouraged the use of affirmations for all kinds of healing, saying in his book, "As you utter prayers or affirmations, always believe that you are using your own, but God-given powers to heal yourself or others." One favorite from the book, "I relax and cast aside all mental burdens, allowing God to express through me His perfect love, peace, and wisdom." That little book remains one of the most popular and well-used books by Yogananda to this day. The Multnomah Hotel, where Yogananda stayed in 1924 and again in 1925, was a popular and grand hotel. Said to be the largest and most modern in the Pacific Northwest, it offered 600 rooms and occupied an entire city block. The location was prime, just a half-mile from Union Station for those traveling by train, and only 3 blocks from the riverfront. The hotel brochure claimed the magnificent lobby was the largest in the world. Including 9 U.S. presidents, the guest list boasted Hollywood stars, famous figures such as Charles Lindbergh, the Queen of Romania, and countless salesmen and tourists passing through the Rose City. The assembly hall where Yogananda gave his lectures was 50 feet wide by 90 feet long, with a seating capacity of 400. The hotel remained the largest in Portland until 1961. Then, unable to compete with the newer hotels like the Hilton, the Multnomah was closed. From 1965 to 1992, the building was used for government offices. However, in 1995 it was purchased and renovated, reopening in 1997 as the Embassy Suites Hotel, with many of its memorable features restored. Ananda Portland used the hotel for its Hope for a Better World event in July of 2017, although the original assembly hall was no longer in the floor plan. Honored guests, Nayaswami Jyotishan Devi, the speakers, and audience were delighted to know that Yogananda had blessed the hotel and the city of Portland with the teachings of self-realization a century before. Portland and the Multnomah saw Yogananda again in June 1925. This was a West Coast tour to spread the teachings and to bring income for the new headquarters at Mount Washington in Los Angeles. In the 7 months since his last visit, Swami Yogananda's reputation had grown. Testimonials from famous students such as Luther Burbank and Leopold Stokowski increased his popularity, and his appearances filled auditoriums to capacity. While he stayed at the Multnomah, his lectures were booked at the newly built Oddfellows Hall on 10th and Salmon, close to the Central Library. The auditorium there was 4 times as large as the hotel assembly hall, holding close to 2,000 people. Topics included attaining everlasting youth, training the superconscious for all-around success, the dynamic power of will, spiritual marriage, and the always popular scientific spiritual healing with healing vibrations by the Swami. The Metaphysical Hall also hosted him that week for a talk on how the teachings of India's great masters can help Americans. Before he left Portland, Yogananda wrote to friends and disciples Dr. and Mildred Lewis, "My life has become strangely busy. Every night, except for a few nights in a month, I have to lecture. I have to write books, answer myriads of letters, and prepare lectures." 6 months after Yogananda spoke on the dynamic power of will, an amusing filler piece appeared in the Morning Oregonian. Swami Yogananda swears that force of will can produce a fatigueless body. We take it that the Swami never fished a mountain creek in Oregon. Was the tired fisherman a student or skeptic? Yogananda was still traveling and lecturing frequently in the 1930s. The ad that appeared on July 19, 1933, appears to be a last-minute announcement, perhaps an unscheduled and welcome surprise for his Portland students. We don't have records of what Yogananda did between lectures, other than his remarks about his busy schedule. We do know that he loved exploring and seeing the sights wherever he traveled. It is fun to imagine where he may have explored while in Portland. Perhaps he strolled among the roses in the International Test Garden that was dedicated in 1924. June is the height of rose season, and the 1925 Rose Festival was held just a week after Yogananda's lecture series. The Grotto Sanctuary, also newly opened in 1924, may have been intriguing for the master and his companions. Built with devotion and dedicated to Mary, a manifestation of Divine Mother, the deep vibration there is tangible. May 1925, just a month before Yogananda's lecture on willpower, the striking gold statue commemorating the strong-willed saint Joan of Arc was unveiled in the Laurelhurst neighborhood. That would have been a wonderful photo op. Yogananda, beloved guru to millions, an avatar of Dwapara Yuga, walked the streets of Portland and blessed everyone he saw with divine love and joy. With all heaven and earth within his awareness, he must have seen the great souls destined to come and serve his work, sharing the teachings of self-realization and acting as channels for his ray.